Hello everyone, welcome to the Web3 Education Investment. Today in this video, let's talk about the Responsible Financial Innovation Act and how it will influence Web3. I think this is a very important act, and I hope everyone who are interested in the Web3, if you do the investment or if you just want to learn the crypto, the Web3, everything, you probably want to take a look at that act. And so it is proposed on June 7th, so which is yesterday, by U.S. Senator Kristen Gillibrand and Cynthia Lummis. So the two senators, they proposed that, they introduced that Responsible Financial Innovation Act. Sometimes we can also refer that as Lummis-Gillibrand bill. And that's the most substantial and comprehensive the effort to provide certainty and clarity to the growing digital asset and blockchain industry. And here is what Lummis said. And I think it's worth to read them because they are really important and very useful for all of us to understand the regulation, what's going to happen in the future. So he said the U.S. is a global financial leader, and to ensure the next generation of Americans enjoys greater opportunity, it is critical to integrate digital assets into existing law and to harness the efficiency and the transparency of this asset class while addressing risk. And so that means they actually consider this is a good opportunity. This is something like very useful. However, they also recognize the risk. And so he talks about his home state and the current industry continues to grow, and the act he proposed would create a regulation clarity for agencies and also provide a strong tailored regulatory framework for stable coins, and integrates digital assets into our existing tax and banking laws. So there are something very much related to us, like the tax. I think it's very important for those who are in United States. And also Gillibrand also talked about that. He said digital assets, blockchain technology, and cryptocurrencies have experienced tremendous growth in the past few years and offer substantial potential benefits if harnessed correctly. So this is also very good point, and also shows they recognize the advantage of those technology, and they are kind of positive. And they said it's critical that U.S. play a leading role in developing policy to regulate new financial products, while also encouraging innovation and protecting consumers. So I think it's actually very positive. Like we do want the regulation and to protect the consumers, everyone. The act will establish that framework that spurs innovation, develops clear standards, define appropriate jurisdictional boundaries, and protects consumers. And they will provide clarity to both industry and the regulators, while also maintain the flexibility to account for the ongoing evolution of the digital assets market. So they introduce the bill, and hopefully it will pass in the future. We don't know, but overall, there are several important points. Like they create the standard, they create clear definitions, they assign regulatory authority over digital assets spot markets to CFTC. So this is also important points. we used to have the SEC, right? They try to regulate the digital asset, but in this bill they actually assign that to the CFTC. So I think that's relatively a good news. They also define credit requirements for stable coins that will protect consumers and markets and promote faster payments. So they also recognize the payments, like the using those digital assets is much faster than the traditional finance. And they mentioned the stable coin. So they said a payment stable coin holder can always redeem the stable coin in exchange for the equivalent dollar value. And so the recognition is very useful here, because we don't want it to happen. Like if they said they have the stable coin, but when you try to redeem that, you cannot get the dollar value, right? So just like the Terra. so that's kind of something. I hope actually they mentioned that. I didn't see that. But I hope they also talk about the stable coin, like those algorithmic stable coin, right, by the algorithms. And they also talk about the required study of energy consumption. So I think this is also good for the POS, the proof of stake. Like most of the new generation of the chains, like Polkadot, they are actually proof of stake. So the energy consumption, even the Ethereum, right? The Ethereum, actually they are going to convert to the POS as well, to the Ethereum 2.0. So they will direct CFTC and SEC to study and report. So now they will have those two. They are going to work together on that. So they will consult with Treasury and the NIS and technology to develop comprehensive guidance. Okay, that's very good. They will create a workable structure for the taxation of digital assets. So about the tax, they clarify the tax in several different actors, like miners and other validators. They are not brokers for income tax purpose. So I think this would be a very good news. And a lot of people they use the machine, right, to mine the digital assets, and if they consider that as broker, then you have to report a lot of things, right? It's very complicated to be a broker, and you have to submit all kinds of forms, and sometimes it's even like impossible to do that, because when you mine the coin, you actually don't know the value of that, right? So it's changing rapidly, and so I think this is very much related to a lot of people, and also a good news as well. And so they will direct Governance Accountability Office to conduct an analysis of that potential opportunity and the risk associated with investing retirement savings. So these retirement savings, they also try to regulate, and it's also very good. Looks like they agree the investing retirement savings is possible, right, on the cryptocurrency. And so overall, this one has the regulation, I think, has been tightened across the board, but it's good. We want a healthy market. We want in long term, like the growth of Web3. So the regulation is actually important and very much needed. Okay, and including the exchange. So right now, like the exchange, everyone can just create that, but now they want the exchange to submit application to the CFTC and get approval before they can provide any derivative service like encrypt assets, and also like you cannot use the encrypt assets or legal currency assets under the custody of customers for other purposes. That's also very good. So it's going to protect the customers. So although the regulation seems strict, they still have room for innovation and computation. So I think it's actually a very helpful act, and would be good in long term for Web3. So we want that. We want the regulation and also the innovation. So it will be interesting. Let's see what kind of other details they're going to release soon. And so here is the text of the bill. So you can read that if you are interested. And so it's quite long, almost 70 pages, but you can just check the one you are most interested, and then read that section. So just like this one is for the text. So if you want to check that, you probably want to read this section, like what's the gain and loss, right, and the sources of income. So those kind of things might be important. And also here talks about the mining and staking. So so you should actually check that. I would recommend all of you check that, and this is a good learning opportunity to learn the regulation. Okay, and so that's all about today's video. Hopefully all of you learned something and read this one if you get time. So this is a Web3 education investment. I'm going to share my personal experience, and if you are new, feel free to subscribe and leave a comment. Bye.